On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Well, that is trying to be pushed.
You can't even believe that.
Even with Courtney's point about like selling records out the trunk, that is still fueled by what has been made quote unquote cool by mainstream media. If tomorrow mainstream media wanted to switch things up, they could, but they don't want to, because the imagery of Black people that they want to be pushed is a certain type. So yeah, therefore certain people will be like, man, this is what's popular, this is what I'm going to do, I'm trying to make some money. I know that happens, but we can't act like this is representative of all or most Black people. All or most Black people are not like some Tyler Perry movie. All or most Black people are not criminals. All or most Black people are not doing any of these things. But there's a reason that certain people, hold on, there's a reason that certain people think that we are.
Here go to flip. Here go to flip to this, right? The flip is, the flip is, yes, I can partly blame those who are responsible, who create content to put out there. But the other half of that shit goes to those that are in our community, right? Just take a second real quick, and I want you to think right now. Whether you like it or not, I want you to think right now. If you saw a person, a Black woman with a bonnet on television, that to you would look normal, correct? What if you saw a white woman with a bonnet on television, right? What I'm saying is we can control what the fuck is put out there on media, right? If, for example, if no Black woman wore a bonnet ever and it was on TV, people be like, what is this weird shit she got on her head? That's not what the fuck we do in our community. That shit looks retarded. That don't look normal. But when we say that when white people put that on their heads, we say that when white women put that on their heads and you see them on TV, they're like, why the fuck is she wearing that? Every Black woman
a white person wear a bonnet?
Why the fuck we can't have nothing for ourselves, right?
So, Quest,
I ain't never seen a white woman wear a bonnet.
Exactly, that's my point. So if you saw it on the screen, you would be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Quest, what is the context of that, Quest?
Quest, I was about to censor you for saying the R word. I was going to ask you, like, Quest.
Two people saying things to me, Kay and Kayla. Kayla, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
So what I was gonna say is like, what is the context of the bonnet? Because
I just use that as an example because I know
it just depends on the context. Like, are we talking about someone that's doing a live reporting show, or are we talking about someone that's doing like on scene interviewing of someone, people whose apartment building just burned down, or someone that there was a shooting, or like, what is the context?
I got you. Regardless,
I have seen white women looking all kinds of ways depending on the story that's being told.
Hold on.
We're gonna bring this one to a close, y'all. So get final thoughts on it.
Can I say one thing to Quest before?
Yeah. Hold on. Let Quest go. Then we're gonna go to Courtney. You want to say something?
Let me address Caleb. So that's not to suggest that Black women shouldn't wear bonnets or anything like that, right? There's a time and place for everything, right? I guess what I'm saying is we know Black women wear bonnets for specific reasons. I didn't say wearing it in public. I just said wearing them. If a white woman is wearing a bonnet, how often do you see white women like in their own natural habitats at home, cooking fucking whatever the fuck white women
I don't
cook?
think they wear bonnets.
Some shit. Are they wearing bonnets at the fucking house? No.
White people don't wear bonnets.
It would look ridiculous on screen. We saw a white woman around the house.
Their hair does not require bonnets. Because they don't wear them. Their hair does not require that. They don't have that.
That is my point, Caleb.
Hold on, Elijah.
Let me finish my point.
Hold on. We're gonna go to Courtney and then we're gonna go ahead and button this up.
My point is,
I have some please.
My point is, we determine what is portrayed about us on the big screen based off how we show ourselves out here in the world. If we show ourselves out here in the world doing dumb shit, guess what's going to be portrayed on the screen? Dumb shit.
Quest.
If we portray ourselves, just give me a second. Let me cook, bro. If we portray ourselves in our fucking communities consistently on a regular, doing the right fucking things about our people, doing the right things about creating wealth in our communities, things like that, it will be portrayed on the fucking TV screen. Because if it didn't, people be like, that's not normal. Wait, why you got niggas out here slinging rocks all the fucking time? That's not normal. We don't do that. Why the fuck are you trying to portray that? Niggas wouldn't watch these shows. People wouldn't watch it. They're like, that's not real. That don't make no sense right there at all. But because it's a certain image that we have in our fucking community, that's why it's portrayed on the fuck TV screen, man. So we have a responsibility on top of the Tyler Perrys and the Issa Rays. They have a responsibility too. But we got to meet their ass halfway. That's all I'm saying.
All right, go ahead, Courtney.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say we all over the place now, but with the news and things, I also have a degree in journalism and worked in PR. So I definitely understand in the news there are regulations, but in the news there are sweep, where the news play on our emotions. You have headlines that are emotionally driven. Take BLM and all the marches. Of course, every newscast was broadcasting and showing that because they know that's an emotional story and it sells. But then you seeing that, you wouldn't think that white people was marching for a white man that got killed in the street by a cop. They do. You don't see it because it's not emotionally based driven. So yes, there's restrictions that a lot of companies, broadcasters have, but they also sell, and they understand that Black folks, the selling of Black folks is through emotions, and that's what they do. And then when we have our production company, when we have an opportunity to change a stereotype, we play into the stereotype. Take it back in the day, K, Master P, independent, selling out cars, a whole millionaire with no restrictions, selling out of his car. But what was sold? Still the same gangster nigga shit. It's just what it is. We have our own ways to change the narrative, change our image, and we also play in it. So restrictions or not, we play into the same thing.
JR,
and that's a fact.
Hold on, Logic. Go to K and then let's close this up, man.
Oh no,
okay.
Hold on, Logic.
So,
ahead,
like, some of the things that are being said kind of makes it seem, and I could be wrong, as if people think that Black people with a certain type of, content are the only people out here trying to get on. You don't think that for every one rapper, let's say, that's rapping about killing and robbing, doing all these things, you don't think that for every one of them, there are a bunch that aren't rapping about that. But guess what? The distribution companies are not going to put them on because there's a very specific narrative about Black people that is trying to be pushed. So even with Courtney's point about like selling records out the trunk, that is still fueled by what has been made, quote unquote, cool by mainstream media. If tomorrow mainstream media wanted to switch things up, they could, but they don't want to, because the imagery of Black people that they want to be pushed is a certain type. So yeah, therefore certain people will be like, man, this is what's popular, this is what I'm going to do, I'm trying to make some money. I know that happens, but we can't act like this is representative of all or most Black people. All or most Black people are not like some Tyler Perry movie. All or most Black people are not criminals. All or most Black people are not doing any of these things. But there's a reason that certain people, there's a reason that certain people think that we are.